Hello everyone, I've got Weekly Mutation number 21 for you, and that is Minor Concerns. August Grad is in dire straits. Resources have been scattered throughout the streets, and in order to gather them, your forces will have to brave the mines that Amon's forces have deployed across the city, fight through the fear, and shatter the void shards. So this is on the Rifts to Core Hall co-op mission. There's 3 mutations to go along with that. We're just going to hop back here for a second. Alright, first one being Magnificent. Mag mines are deployed throughout the map at the start of the mission. Fear. Player units will occasionally stop attacking and run around in fear upon taking damage. That one's super annoying, especially if you have a ton of Zerglings. And finally, Slim Pickings. Player worker units gather resources at a reduced rate, but resource pickups spawn throughout the map. This one's super annoying. Definitely have to use a lot of micro to build your macro. And then once again, as you can see, can get up to 185,000 total bonus experience for being on up to brutal difficulty. And quickly, I'm just going to show you how my skills are allocated for mastery points. Power set 1, we've got Mend Healing for Abathur. Power set 2, we've got Biomass Recovery Chance. And then power set 3, we have Structure Morph and Evolution Rate. And yeah, I don't think they're... Well, yeah, I have done it with Symbiote Carapace Absorption, and that method is definitely a viable option as well for Power Set 2. But go ahead and do Biomass Recovery Chance, because that'll work just fine for us. Alright. Oh, actually, yep, I am going to change that. I jumped ahead. I jumped the gun on you guys. Yeah, there we go. Symbiote Carapace Absorption. So that's just going to make your Brulus and Leviathans last so much longer. And we're really going to want to use those for this mission because of those nasty mines that are spread throughout the entire map. If you take damage, I mean, just that much tougher. Your tanks are that much stronger. So, yeah, make them last while you can. And then I'm playing with a player named Dabu, I believe. He's level 50 mastery, and he's playing as Kerrigan. And Kerrigan and Abathur work out pretty darn well together. I think I might have said this before, but yeah, Abathur is able to heal Kerrigan, and Kerrigan just has that really awesome ability which allows you and the player who is playing as Kerrigan to pick up resources from Aura Assimilation ability. So that's just awesome. And in this co-op mission, I don't believe, well, my teammate might actually, but I'm not even going to worry about getting my expansion. It's just, it's not even worth the extra minerals to build the hatchery and then build a bunch of drones on the supply line, because they're not going to be gathering any resources at all. I mean, they are going to be gathering resources, but it's just such a low amount. And I already lost a drone right at the start, so that was a little bit of a micro mistake on my part. But what you're going to want to do right from the start is just move around. Well, you do want to lay down these toxic nests to deal with the first wave, but you're going to want to move around a drone. And with that drone, you want to go down to your expansion and just start clearing out all of these mag mines. And you want to also, in the process of clearing out these mag mines, start gaining those mineral pickups and gas pickups. And yeah, it's just really easy. You might want to be a little careful on where you're actually sending these mag mines, because depending on if they're close, I think if they're close enough to your base, you can actually send them back in and kill or damage your base structures. I don't know, might be wrong on that one, but yeah, just be careful where you're sending your mag mines. You don't want to accidentally damage your teammate or yourself or your units, whatever. So yeah, just clearing out these mag mines, and then try to find mineral pickups and gas pickups wherever you can. And something that I have found out while playing this co-op mutation is that these mineral pickups and gas pickups, where I don't believe, I think they can sometimes, but the black fog on the map, the mini-map, you can't see any mineral pickups or gas pickups on that. But I believe if you've explored a part of the map, so it's just got like that very light gray fog on the map, but you're not looking at that one specific spot at that time, I believe you may be able to actually see the mineral pickups and gas pickups spawn. I could be wrong on that. But just to be certain, what I do is I spread these creep tumors, or these toxic nests that is, all over our base area. And then that way, no matter where these gas pickups or mineral pickups spawn, we'll be able to see them. And then we can just go and pick them up right away. Now, right at the beginning of this match here, we are going to be able to, spend some micro and actually get these pickups right from the get-go. But towards the middle and towards the end of this playthrough of this Weekly Mutation, there's so much stuff going on that it's really hard to focus on the micro unless you're like one of the top-notch players on StarCraft. You got to have that really high APM, and it's just really hard to keep track of getting these pickups, moving your units, getting these pickups, and keeping everything alive all at the same time. So what I'm going to end up doing towards the end is just, rather than having my drones going, I'm just going to move around my big blob of units. And a lot of mineral pickups actually start spawning out where your actual army is. So I think the creators of this mutation actually kind of compensated for that aspect of this mission. They realized that, wow, it's actually pretty darn hard to get all these mineral pickups at the same time as keeping your army alive and going. So let's give them some pickups where their units are headed. And basically what we're going to do with Abathur and Kerrigan in this Weekly Mutation, how we're going to win this is by getting queens. Queens are one of the ideal things, units that you're going to want to get for Abathur, because they have that transfusion ability, and you're going to be able to heal your army. And you do have the mend ability, which you definitely want to make sure to use. But the transfusion ability from the queens is just massive. So you get the queens, you build roaches, and then you focus on one roach at a time, the best you can, that is, and make sure that one roach gathers all the biomass that it can until it becomes a brewlisk. And then you want to do the same thing for 2 other roaches and get 3 total brewlisks. And then once you have those 3 brewlisks, then you want to get out 3 mutalisks. And with those 3 mutalisks, you want to make sure to focus on one at a time, and then get 3 leviathans. And if you happen to have the micro and can keep up with all of the mineral pickups and gas pickups all at the same time while keeping your army alive, good for you. Go ahead and get all the air upgrades and all the melee and armor upgrades. But I am not good enough to do that. And, I don't know about you guys. I definitely know there are some of you that are good enough to do that. But I am not good enough to do that at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up one thing and go for another thing. What we're going to see in this this walkthrough is we're just going to get the biomechanical transfusion upgrade from the evolution chamber. And that just increases the healing of the Swarm Queen's rapid transfusion by 10. And you can also heal mechanical units with that, but we just have bio, so we don't have to worry about that. And then incubation chamber from the evolution chamber. And that allows hatcheries, lyres, and hives to birth 2 swarm queens simultaneously. So instead of building 1 at a time, you can build 2, kind of like a reactor on a Terran barracks. And then the only other upgrade, well, we actually are going to get 2 other upgrades, I think. Yeah, tunneling claws. That just enables your roaches to move. Oh no, I'm lying. Not tunneling claws. The ability that allows roaches to move faster on ground. And then the other ability we're going to get is bloated bile ducts. And that allows Ravager's corrosive bile impact size to be increased by 100%. And after that, we're not going to get any other upgrades aside from missile attacks level 1 and level 2. And that's it for upgrades. After that, it's just mass queens, get the 3 brewlists that you can get, and get the 3 leviathans that you can get. And then just keep supporting with roaches, and collect all the biomass that you see. And every now and then, if you have a chance, hop back to your one base, where I believe we're going to actually have 2 hatcheries, though, at that single base to pump up more units. But yeah, at your single base, you go back there and use drones for this because I like to use the F2 command a lot to select my entire army. So I don't want to move random roaches I have sitting around for collecting resources. I don't want to move them at the same time. So just use drones and just have like 1 or 2 drones sitting around where the mineral pickups are likely to spawn, and just have those 2 drones move around. You'll have to use the shift click, so just hold down shift and then click where each mineral pickup is, and do that really quick, and then you can just let go of that drone and let it do its work because you already have set it, you set waypoints for it. For example, what I'm doing right now on the screen, I'm just holding down shift and clicking wherever these pickups are. And then what I'm going to do as soon as I have shift clicked it enough times, I'm just going to move away and let my drones do the rest of the work for me. And then yeah, like we're doing, just got to keep on massing up that army. And my teammate's doing a really good job playing as Kerrigan right now. Kerrigan does a really good job of just soloing everything. And the only downfall Kerrigan has, especially on this mission, is being a little weak. Kerrigan's pretty tough, but when everything's attacking her at the same time, she's going to die pretty quickly. So you got to do the best you can to help your teammate Kerrigan stay alive. And one of the best things you can do is use that mend ability, because mend not only helps you, but helps your teammates. And Kerrigan already has healing regeneration abilities, and just over time she heals, but use that mend ability and it's just going to improve that so much further. And then the other thing that's really helps Kerrigan is having all of your queens around Kerrigan, because queens do heal your teammates as well. And if you keep Kerrigan alive, Kerrigan's probably the best tank aside from the Brutalist and Leviathans that you have, and Kerrigan just does a huge amount of damage. And then I guess I lied to you guys. We actually do have the Ravagers, so you'll get the Ravagers as well. I mean, only if you want them. I got the Ravagers just because I haven't gotten any Overseers yet, and I was just being a little lazy. But yeah, you can get the Ravagers, use their Corrosive Bile ability, and then target a unit that's burrowed or flying in the air if you don't have any anti-air. Or if you don't have any detection, then you can get that burrowed unit. So for example, like right now there's Swarm Hosts and Lurkers, which are doing damage to my army. So I'm just going to use my Corrosive Bile ability and just splash these guys and try and kill them. And I think I killed one of them. I don't know if I killed the Swarm Queen, but I'm pretty sure I got that Lurker there. And yeah, so corrosive bile ability is really helpful, and then you just want to keep on clearing out those mines the best you can. Whenever you see them, just clear them out. Gotta be a little careful clearing out these mines once you get Leviathans. For some reason, Leviathans really like to just take their time moving around the map. You kind of have to like swing. If you switch the direction in which they're moving, they kind of do a little roundabout way of getting there. They slowly circle around, and they're not the best for activating these mega mines and microwing out of the way of them. So you gotta be really aware of what you're doing with that. Be careful about that. And wow, my forces are under attack. There must be some burrowed units or something attacking us. And at this point, we've got 2 Brutalists, and let's see here. 2 Brutalists and 4 Queens, 5 Ravagers, and like another 5 Roaches. And it's just working out pretty darn well. We're going to get another Brutalist here in a second. We just popped out a Mutalist. I'm going to use that Mutalist and pick up all of this biomass. We want to get that Leviathan ASAP. As soon as possible would be better. So get the Leviathan out. The Leviathan's going to take a ton of damage for us and do a ton of damage. And then we're going to hopefully pop out another 2 Mulists pretty quick here. And then just keep on supplying more Roaches. A good thing to do would be, a good thing for us to do right now is to go back to our main base and queue up a couple of those drones, like 1 or 2 of those drones, with that shift click ability, and have them just move around and collect more of those resources. But once again, micro is not completely at the top-notch level, so we're just going to do the best we can and just keep on gathering the resources that are in front of us. And Kerrigan's just completely awesome for teammates because of that aura assimilation ability, so not only are we getting the mineral and gas pickups from the mutation, but we're also getting the mineral and gas pickups from killing enemies because of the aura assimilation ability Kerrigan has. And you gotta be a little bit careful of those missiles or whatever they're called that these void shards actually shoot down at the ground. Those will immobilize your units. I think Brutalists and Leviathans might be immune to that missile that shoots down. See these orange circles here? If you get stuck in those with a basic unit, your unit's frozen. It can't attack or do that. Can't attack or move around, but it can be attacked, I believe. So you gotta be really careful about that. And then right now we've got an enemy wave coming for our base, but it looks like my teammate was pretty darn on top of things and was able to clear that out really quickly. But we do have another wave coming straight for us. Oh, actually I lied. There are a ton of Mulists in our base right now. And I just popped out 4 queens. Unfortunately, with the fear ability, or fear mutation, plus queens not being that strong against Mutalists, my queens got completely destroyed by those Mutalists, so that was no good at all. At this point, I was feeling pretty comfortable about getting these shards, but I was again a little bit worried about my home base because I don't have anything to defend it. But my teammate was on top of things and brought Kerrigan home to clear him up. Kerrigan's very strong against Mutalists because Mutalists are so weak, and if you get that splash damage ability or that chain reaction ability that Kerrigan has to attack multiple targets at the same time, Mutalists will just melt away to Kerrigan. So definitely gotta keep that in mind if you're using Kerrigan. Mutalists are weak. Now, what Kerrigan is weak against is, for example, if you're playing against Terran, if you're playing against Terran, Kerrigan is quite weak against battle cruisers. Battle cruisers have so much HP, and they will just completely wreck Kerrigan, especially if they use the Yamato cannon. And then another thing, air unit that Kerrigan's weak against are those hybrids. Those flying hybrid units are really nasty. Alone, Kerrigan can one-on-one solo those hybrids, but together with other units surrounding those hybrids, which there will almost always be, that's when Kerrigan will just die, like almost instantly, so you gotta be careful about that. But yeah, like I said, my teammate is playing phenomenally at Kerrigan right now. And what we're doing is just moving out all around these, moving out all of these units around, trying to gather as much minerals and gas that we can, and then we're going to regroup these drones, which got moved away because of that Mutalist wave that came to attack us. But we're going to put those back on the supply line, and getting minerals from that, and then just move around our army and get all these mineral and gas pickups. That way we can, right before this final push, because we have 7 minutes left to get these void shards, right before the final push we want to get some more, we want overseers, maybe some more queens if we have a chance, and then throw in some roaches. And then we also want these Mutalists, at least another 2 of them to get to the Leviathan form. You really, really want to have 3 Brutalists and 3 Leviathans. You've got 6 tanks ideally, and these tanks do a ton of damage too. So you can basically just depend on, plus they have that symbiotic carapace. It's like an extra shield just to protect them. So not only do you have all this health, you've got all of this extra shield, and they do a lot of damage. So these units are just so strong. That's why you gotta get the Leviathans and the Brutalists. And then always make sure to keep getting those upgrades if you have enough money for it. Like I was saying before, I only got up to missile attacks level 2 because 1, I didn't put much focus into the upgrades in this playthrough, and 2, the reason why I didn't put the focus in was because my micro wasn't good enough. So yeah, if you got the micro, go ahead and go do that. Now what we're trying to do right now is every single time we move up a couple inches and then we move back. Because these mines, it's kind of hard to see on the screen right now, but these mines are, oh, yep, you can definitely see it on the right there. That was really bad, actually. These mines are all over in this last platform where all these 4 void shards are. And I think 3 or 4 of those mines just went off at the same time, and I had a group of about 5 or 6 roaches plus maybe a queen, and those mines just hit all of them at the same time, and they just died. And you know, that's just something that we can't afford right now because we've got waves in our own base, and we've still got 3 void shards left. Now this is pretty much the scariest part of this mutation. I mean, we've got 2 of these void shards down, but we could still lose. The reason why I'm saying we could still lose is if I lose all of my structures, which it's actually kind of looking like that right now, and I don't have that many minerals left over, then we could actually lose the mutation. For those of you who don't know, if all of your base structures die or your teammates' base structures die, you lose the co-op mission. It's not both of you guys, it's just one of you. So you gotta always make sure keep those base structures alive. I've actually had it where I thought we were doing decently well. I was playing with a teammate. I thought we were doing decently well, and just towards the middle of the mission, a big wave comes, and we decide to just let the wave go attack our base, and we'll just base trade essentially, or just go for the main objective. And my teammates' structures, all of them just got blown up, and all of a sudden we lost the co-op mission. That was it. So you gotta be careful of that. You don't want to lose because you don't have any buildings left, and you have a whole entire army at the other side of the map. So you gotta be careful of that. Luckily though, for some reason the enemy decided to go focus on my teammate for a little while. Maybe it's because my hatcheries and my layer had two. Oh, actually my layer's gone. That's a little scary. But it looks like my hatchery got spared. Maybe just because they got distracted by some units that my teammate had created. Either way, we just pushed straight up through that last area of void shards. And kind of like what I was just saying about a minute or two ago, if you want to really get through this last area and you're using Abathur and Kerrigan, just inch forward a little bit at a time, draw the units back, kill them, and then move forward again. And every single time you see those meg mines go off, don't feel bad to move out of the way, move backwards, let those meg mines blow up, and then go back in and play again. Because those meg mines are so strong, they can devastate your army, just demolish the whole thing. And wow, it did a lot of damage. Yeah, like I was saying, this is a really good example of what I was talking about. So getting those Brutalists and Leviathans. So as you can see, the damage dealt to the shards. With Abathur, we did 40,408 damage to the shards. And my teammate did only 14,000 damage to the shards. So not only are the Brutalists and the Leviathans really good tanks, ton of damage you get from them. It's incredible. That's a lot more damage than my teammate did. So yeah, Abathur is a really good choice for this mutation, considering all the damage and accidental losses to your army that can happen. So yeah, final tips: keep up your micro, have a couple drones sitting around the map, and get vision of all of your expansions, your own base, and the general area where your base is. So if that means lay down creep or lay down a couple different buildings or pylons around the map, just so you have vision. Once you have that vision, then you can see wherever those gas pickups and mineral pickups are. And like said a second ago, keep a couple drones or probes or SCVs, whatever it may be, some type of workers, 2 or 3 of them around the general area of your base, and spread out. And then just go to wherever those workers are and do shift click on each mineral pickup, and do that for maybe 5 or 6 mineral pickups, and then just let your workers work. let them carry out the shift click, and then go back to your army. That's a really quick way to manage your micro. If your micro isn't that good, it's still, you can do that shift click ability, and that'll save you some time, and then you can go back to your army and then make sure that they're not dead. So there's my final tips, and use Abathur. Of course, final tip, use Abathur, because Abathur's amazing. And I haven't been let down by Abathur except for the last weekly mutation. That one was almost impossible, as my picture for it says on the video. So yeah, that one was just ridiculous. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching again. and I will see you in the next video.